So तुम्ही दिल्ली गेले recently and you met the finance minister, even attended the pre-budget meeting. What was the discussion and what you did, what you spoke on behalf of the state?
See, the pre-budget discussion was to be held on 25th, but somehow I could not attend that meeting, and unfortunately, even though Honorable Chief Minister had told me to go for that meeting, finally both of us could not attend the 25th meeting. Then I felt that we have to have pre-budget consultation, and I told the Honorable Chief Minister that I will go and meet the Honorable Finance Minister. That's how immediately she called me, because we needed to put our views forward as far as the consultations are concerned. My very frank opinion and what I pressed for before the Finance Minister was this, that we are a small state. We became a state only in 87. Therefore, we missed two plan periods. We were not beneficiaries of two plan periods. But over and above that, we had something which hit us very hard. That was the Gadgil-Mukherjee formula, whereby the population and your performance, if it is not good, you used to get more money. That was the formula. So I said, in essence, we are being punished for our performance as a small state. I said, testimony to our performance is the awards that we get both from the central government, from agencies or magazines like India Today, in various sectors. Now, having said that, are we going to be forever punished for our performance? I said, now we are a people who are a tourism state. We receive more than 75 to 80 lakhs tourists every year. Our population is 15 lakh. So in essence, what happens? Local population suffers because there is a tremendous strain on the existing infrastructure, whether it is water supply, whether it is power, whether it is sewage, whether it is disposal of garbage. I made these points very strongly. I said, today, as a consequence, being the most preferred destination in the world, we have become victims. Local people are not able to have the infrastructure that they actually need in place as a consequence of so many tourists coming. While we would like to welcome the tourists, we need to shore up our infrastructure. Simple thing, I said, water supply. We have water pipelines everywhere, there is no water in the pipeline. Or there are old pipelines which keep on bursting every now and then, so there is no water. So people are complaining. Same thing is happening in power. Same thing, on the one side we have the sea, other side you have the hills. So there is no sort of proper sewage system. So we don't want to suffer like this in the future. I can see it coming, I said, as I represent the state. So you should consider us of giving financial assistance on par with the northeastern states, where it is 90% loan and only 10% you have to repay, like in all the centrally sponsored schemes. Otherwise, what ratio they apply to us at present is 60-40. I said, we are not in a position to pay that 40%. And I have been vociferously advocating the case of all smaller states in every GST Council meeting. Please help us. We are small in number. We are not the big states where there are fresh avenues of taxation. We don't have any avenues to tax the people. So we will suffer. Our infrastructure will suffer. With MOPA becoming a reality from the 5th of January of the new year, we will have tourists coming by the hordes, both from abroad, both domestic tourists, both from the north and south, from Dabolim as well as Mopa. So again a double strain on the infrastructure. So we need to build up and shore up our infrastructure. So therefore, you have to consider us on par with the northeastern states and give us more finance. Then of course, I also highlighted the devolution of funds. There is a certain ratio where it is 0.348 is the actual devolution that takes place. And I said 0.386, it depends on the weightage that is given based on your population performance. I said that also goes against us. So I said this also, if you apply the formula, we will continue to get less funds and Goa will collapse. From the beautiful jewel in the crown called India, we will become something else only. So I think she gave me a very patient hearing. There are other issues also which I highlighted and I demanded. In the past, we had a tax holiday. That's how you have in Goa the largest pharmaceutical industry. We produce about 15% medicines that are manufactured, and we are a hub for many other sophisticated industry because there was a tax holiday here. I said now, non-polluting industry, which we need to encourage, give total tax holiday at least for 5 years for the entertainment industry, which I said if you do that to us, Goa will be blessed because we will be able to put up studios, we will be able to build up new locales for shooting, whether it is Hollywood, Bollywood or Tollywood, we will be able to welcome all of them, and that will create an ecosystem where locals will get job because they prefer that type of thing. With International Film Festival of India taking place in Goa being a permanent venue, when we want to develop Goa as one of the permanent or best tourist destination, obviously we have to build up our infrastructure. So there is no alternative but to give us more money. So which again she was very, very systematic. I further explained the problems being faced as far as roads are concerned. Also mentioned the good work done by Nitin Gadkari ji. Also, I highlighted that because of the benevolence of our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji towards Goa, we have got so much of help. Because of her own benevolence towards Goa, that is the Honorable Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman ji, Goa has benefited tremendously, but more needs to be done, and that is what I highlighted. So in the pre-budget consultation, all these things came to the fore, and I think I was able to discuss most of the issues. All these points and much more I was able to explain to the Honorable Finance Minister, and I must say she, after not only giving a patient hearing, she was very kind to reassure that yes, I will see, and I expect something really good to be announced in the forthcoming budget.
So when you spoke about earlier, it was 60-40. So you all are looking at 90-10.
Yes, of course. It should be happen as far as Goa is concerned. Otherwise, financially, I think we will be in a little bit of problem.
Since
the Honorable Finance Minister is concerned, and the Honorable Prime Minister and Amit Shah ji, I want to thank them for waiving the export duty. That means mining also activity is going to be resumed. No? That will help to get a market for the iron ore that is going to be mined. So that is a huge thing what has happened for Goa, waiving of the export duty. In fact, we all Goans should thank the Honorable Finance Minister and the Honorable Prime Minister for this particular thing.
How long it will take for mining activities to start?
No, I think it's already there in the pipeline. It's a matter of time before it starts.
Okay. So another thing also. Any talks on GST issues about the state?
See, I think the overall revenue, as far as most of the states are concerned, it has shown tremendous improvement. Even Goa did show some improvement, but in the last month, I think we have not shown the expected growth that is actually necessary and which is healthy. Maybe we have not reached up to the mark, but in due course, with certain corrective measures, with certain enforcement, we are bound to reach those figures.
But the thing is that more revenue from GST, I think so the state won't be getting. You have to develop it on your own. तेच्या माहिती का झालं?
ना ते करचेच पडटलें. आमचो रेव्हेन्यू वाडोवचो पडटलो. सेंटर कितले आमकां पयशे दिले जाल्यार 90-10 सुद्दां केले आमकां आमचे रेव्हेन्यू जनरेट करचोच पडटलो. ते आमी करतले आनी करीत आसा.
Sir, now